is going on, everybody? Hope everybody had a good day today. But Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo Alvarez both made weight just fine. Canelo Alvarez came in at 167.4. And I think Billy Joe came in at 167.8 or something like that. Either way, both guys made weight. We got a fight tomorrow, right? Been a lot of story built up around this fight within this past week. They did a good job getting this fight some traction in this short period of time. But what was really puzzling to your boy, salute to everybody in the building. What is going on, everybody? Wayne Hennessy, salute. All Stop Sports, salute. Damone Daniels, salute. And everybody else that's in the building. But, yeah, I find it strange that, what should I start, right? This is a lot to unpack here. Canelo Alvarez is getting $25 million. Your boy Bushido don't care too much about the pockets and shit, but this is alarming. But let me see some of these comments. All Stop Sports says, dudes arguing me that Sean deserves more to fight, but Billy Joe's. Hey, thank you, bro. Man, I was gonna cook on that, dog. I gotta cook on it because Canelo Alvarez has got 70,000 people in the building, packed, no COVID free, right? No, nothing. I don't think it's pay-per-view, right? But Billy Joe Saunders is only getting $3 million. $3 million? I mean, that's got to be some bullshit. I don't know if I can believe that, because Danny Jacobs got like 12 to fight Canelo. Triple G got a strong, insane amount, but Billy Joe's only getting 3. I mean, was it bad business, or is he just taking whatever Canelo offered him and he said, "Fuck it, I just want to get in the ring with him"? But whatever the case, this dude took $3 million to fight the money man in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's got to be cap, Wayne Hennessy. I don't know if I believe this shit. The $25 million looks accurate for Canelo Alvarez. Really, I heard he took a $5 million pay cut. But Billy Joe's only getting 3 to fight Canelo Alvarez with all the odds stacked against him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly who reported it, but this is what everybody's been saying. Salute, bro. Trive FDY. Yeah, that's what they've been saying, man. If that's true, then I don't know if that's right. But maybe Billy Joe really believes that he can win. You know what I'm saying? That can't be right. $3 million. I mean, Keith Thurman wanted $10 million to fight Crawford in the pandemic. Who knows how much Sean Porter won? Right? Like, how much do these guys want to fight Bud Crawford? If Billy Joe Saunders getting a $3 million for Canelo, I don't know if I believe it, but let's just say, for the sake of the live, that he is. Let's just say this is true. Oh yeah, okay. Ben Dover says Kovalev made $3 million, and Smith made $8 to $10 million. I heard Callum Smith was trying to campaign for $6 million. Salute to D-Lo 404 Boxing checking in. Salute, bro. So it could be a few things. It could be that Canelo he's paying guys like Callum Smith a lot more money because it's not, I don't know. Maybe Billy Joe's a harder. I don't know what the fuck it is, bro. $3 million to fight Canelo Alvarez is mind-boggling. And yet, you got guys that don't even want to fight Terence Crawford. Now, Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez are two guys that they consider the two best guys in the sport. And yet, you getting $3 million to fight Canelo? And then these guys want $40 million to fight Bud and shit. Pacquiao wants $40 million to fight Terence Crawford. If Canelo Alvarez really wanted what Billy Joe got, which is that WBO belt, Billy Joe could have put a high price tag on that. He could have put a high ticket on it. I want $10 million. You gave Danny Jacobs 12 or whatever it was, and he didn't have nothing to bring to the table. I got a belt, and I'm undefeated. And you only giving me 3, bro? Come on, man. Come on, man. Make that make sense. And I think Kovalev did get more Wayne Hennessy. I do believe because he had like they kind of hooked him up. You know what I'm saying? They guaranteed him a fight and shit like that. But he fucked up with the PEDs or whatever he was doing. Kovalev fell all the way off, man. In the end for him, I don't think it was worth it. But he needed that money at that time too. Canelo knows what he's doing. Damone Daniel says, "Do you think Saunders will come to win tonight?" I think he will, bro. I honestly think he will. Oh, Jacobs did have the IBF. My bad, Wayne Hennessy. Yeah, you're right, he did. But fuck, he got that bag for that fight. But yeah, I think Billy Joe's gonna come to win, man. I don't think he came all the way out here just to lay down. They come from a fighting lineage. It wouldn't be a good look for him to come out here and just lay down, especially for $3 million. I don't that's not worth it. Yeah, they know, salute, bro. He says got to get paid to get KO by Bud because he on the KO streak. But I'm telling you, see, Canelo, he ain't necessarily on a knockout streak or nothing like that. I don't know, man. We just talking shit, but I don't know, bro. D-Lo 404 Box said Jacobs had the IBF strap, but it's whatever. I don't with Canelo. And man, I like Canelo Alvarez. I think he's a dope fighter, but I wouldn't put him in Kumite. I wouldn't put him in a Kumite. Why? Because Canelo Alvarez needs catches and shit, right? He needs stipulations. He needs advantages and shit. So I wouldn't put him in a Kumite. But I think he's a cool fighter. But if you're a guy to consider the best, why do you need so many advantages? But he said the ring shit never was a problem for him. He said that's a problem between him and Billy Joe Saunders and Eddie Hearn. So, man, ain't no telling what the fuck be going on. Salute to the real Zoe in the building. Salute, bro. No, they not in the phone booth no more, bro. They got a 20-foot ring now, I believe. 20 foot. They agreed on 20 feet. So the fight is a go. It's going down tomorrow. It should be a good one. What? Hold up. Mr. T, salute, bro. He says, Sport News says 2.5 to 5 million for Saunders. Ouch. No, bro. I don't believe these numbers. I mean, they could be true, but I'm just saying. To fight the money man in boxing, 3 million, 2.5 to 5 million. I mean, so even if the number to 3 to 2.5 to 5, we know he ain't getting no 10 or nothing like that. And these are some of the numbers that these guys was asking to fight Terence Crawford for. 20 million, 10 million, and all this crazy shit during the pandemic. So basically, based off this right here, Canelo Alvarez being the money man, Billy Joe Saunders undefeated champion, UK, all that, et cetera, et cetera. These dudes priced themselves out from Terence Crawford. They priced themselves the fuck out. That's what happened. They pricing themselves out. Terence Crawford makes a $4 million guarantee every time he fight, no matter who it is. And you mean to tell me Billy Joe Saunders is getting? Come on, man. Stop it. He must really believe he gonna win. I'll tell you that. He must really believe he gonna win because Canelo gave everybody else more than what he's giving Saunders, allegedly. And I say allegedly. Yeah, man, I feel you, the real Zoe. I don't like the numbers and shit either, but I had to do this because that's what get brought up a lot and to stop a lot of these fights. We arguing amongst other fans, and they always bringing up numbers. Well, when we looking at these numbers, how the fuck is Billy Joe getting 3 million against Canelo, and then these guys want 40 million, 10 million, a fortune to fight Terence Crawford. But Terence Crawford, and then this is narrative. Come on, man. Somebody make all this shit make sense. And their money got to get publicized. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is for athletes and shit. Yeah, Wayne Hennessy, we already know what type of time it is. When you hear a boxer start talking about business, they don't want the fight. That's what it is, man. D-Lo 404 Boxer says still got between 4 million to a max 7.5 per reports. Well, I mean, that's still less. I mean, I guess that's cool. I see that 7 million is fair for Billy Joe, 7.5, 8. I think that's fair, considering who he's up against. Canelo Alvarez, that's the guy they say is the best, and he's the money man in the sport. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know. That shit's crazy as fuck. But I mean, this just goes to show us, man, that these dudes was pricing themselves out, man. They was pricing themselves out this whole fucking time. Oh, wait, Mr. T says here. See, that's why I come on these lives, because you guys give me information as well. Mr. T says Saunders is also apparently getting a 40% pay-per-view split. Sporting News. You know what? You might be right with that. He might be getting some type. Well, nah, ain't the zone in the UK now? So unless he's still with Sky Sports, I'm not sure how that's going to work. You know what I'm saying? 40% though, that's a huge cut. So that could be the play. He's getting $3 million plus whatever he get on the back end for pay-per-view. So that could be the play. Salute to Anteezy in the building. Always holding your boy Bushido down. Wayne Hennessy says AJ is the face of boxing. I would agree, but we don't see his face enough, bro. We don't see AJ enough. We don't see him enough. Not here in America, anyway. Damone Daniel says, what do you think about Sean Porter's explanation about the WBO mandatory situation? I can look at it a couple of ways. By Sean Porter being a mandatory to fight Crawford, he'll have to take that 25%. And he wants, like I said before, these guys want a fortune to fight. It's Crawford. So now it's a built-in excuse. You know what I'm saying? But one may say that Sean Porter is using Al Heyman as a scapegoat to kind of get out of the fight. One may say that this is a play by PBC and Al Heyman to stall Crawford out until his contract is up so they can try to, entice him with fights then. So it's a few different things, you know what I'm saying? But whatever the case, Sean Porter legit came out and said that somebody in the sky, some invisible person was telling him that he can't be doing what he's doing. And TZ says, LWC stuff, Spence ain't the bigger draw, bro. Canelo Alvarez is about to have they say he got 70,000 people in there. Come on, bro. I mean, who else is doing that? Really, let's be honest. Even if it is in Texas, it's by Mexico, etc. But still, 70,000 people. Who's doing that? Not Spence. You know what I'm saying? Spence could do that. He could. But we don't see enough of him. We don't see enough of him. He says, is AJ the face of boxing? Serious question. UK boxing. Answer D-Lo 404 question. Is AJ the face of UK boxing? That's a good question, though. I mean, I would say so. But then again, man, we don't see this guy. We don't see AJ. We don't see enough of Anthony Joshua. He said D-Lo 404 said they can always use Bob Arum as a scapegoat if they want a way out of fighting. But I'm telling you, bro, they always use Bob or Al to kind of, straggle along this Crawford fight, man. This is bullshit. Oh, I'm glad you brought this up, Bendover, because I heard that Canelo offered Andre $2 million. You know what I'm saying? Or he offered him $2 million. So what it's looking like, if this is true, right, this pattern, he's offering the tougher competition less money. Guys that he's less likely to put stipulations on, guys that he's less likely to be able to bully in negotiations, he's going to put a low ticket on the fight. I'll give you $3 million. I'll give you Andre $2 million. And Charlo, you get whatever I give you. That's just what it's looking like. $40% plus pay-per-view. I mean, I think Billy Joe, if anything, if this is true, right? Let's just assume this is true. The $3 million, the 3 to 5, whatever. These other guys going to have to step it the fuck up. Charlo, you got to step it up because Billy Joe took a low ball, if you ask me, to fight the money man in boxing. So what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? What's really good? El Leo said Canelo has fought 7 champions out of his last 10 fights. Write that down. Flexing. He could do that, bro. Canelo Alvarez could do whatever he wants. He could fight whoever he wants. They will be lining up to fight him. He's the money man in boxing. You guaranteed to get over $1 million payday fighting Canelo Alvarez, bro. He's not necessarily a feared fighter like that. I won't say he's feared. He's a very, very good fighter, master boxer. He makes. I heard he got his knee brace off though, so we go see. But He's able to do that because he's the money man in boxing, bro. Fighting him is like hitting a lottery, so everybody gonna be lining up to fight Canelo. Guy like Crawford, he's not the money man in boxing, so he's just a tough night out, and you may not get that career high payday fighting him. You know what I'm saying? He says, D-Lo 44 said, I have never heard Canelo say he's offered Andre anything. Only that Andre basically don't deserve. That's just what I heard, bro, from some of my business boxing friends. You know what I'm saying? The guys that's really into the business, they tell me this stuff. And that's just what I heard. You know what I'm saying? That they offer him $2 million. That's a low ball for a Canelo fight. Canelo Alvarez, you should already know the top guy's gonna want a lot to fight you. But Billy Joe, if this is true, I don't know. That's just crazy, man. Yeah, Floyd took the 70-30 split. Yeah. Oscar De La Hoya dictated everything in that fight. But Floyd still took it. He was a smaller man and everything. He still took it. You know what I'm saying? Still took it. Yeah, Leo, I guess that's the new narrative, man. He says, so now the new narrative is that Canelo offers higher competition, less money. You know us boxing fans be talking shit, man. That's just what it's looking like, bro. I'm not sure if it's by design. I'm not sure it's a coincidence. I'm just saying, bro. Hey, you know what? Bend over. He says, if Plant earns more than Billy, I call BS. Plant is definitely not interested. You know what it is, man? Al Heyman probably can get these guys more money. You know what I'm saying? Danny Jacobs got 12 million. He's still advised by Al Heyman. He got like 12 million to fight Canelo with a knockout loss and a loss to Golovkin. Are you sure? It says 3 million British pounds, big dog. It's like, yeah, that's true. You're right. But they didn't say pounds, though. But, hey, you probably right. You know what I'm saying? But, nah. Callum Smith got like, what? 7 to 10, bro. So, in pounds, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, this is what they saying. They saying this shit is 3 million. You know what I'm saying? To fight Canelo Alvarez. I think it's blasphemous, but we're going to see what happens. It should be a really good fight. Yeah, Floyd bet on himself, Damone Daniels. He had no choice, too. Crawford may have to do the same. He's a lot more stubborn than Floyd, though. Crawford is pretty stubborn. And probably rightfully so. He felt that he's done a lot. You know what I'm saying? A guy that nobody really believed in. Kovalev got 15 million. Damn. See? You know what I'm saying? Kovalev got 15 million. He was just coming off a fight with Anthony Yard, a somewhat tough fight. Then, like a couple of months later, he's fighting Canelo Alvarez. Had rehydrations and stipulations on him and shit. Couldn't come in over 10 pounds over the weight and shit. Was a dead man in there, but he got paid. But see, Billy Joe's a live dog, but he ain't getting that bag like Sergey got. Maybe because Billy Joe been bullshitting boxing for years. Last time we seen him in a real fight was David Lemieux, man. They was talking about that fight like it happened yesterday. Motherfucker, that was like 4 years ago. And he looked really good in that motherfucking fight, too. You know what, Damone Daniels? I don't think that's why Crawford didn't take the 64, that, bro. I think it's how he went about it. Here, let me show you something. I think it's how the Spence went about the whole situation, bro. That should never got out in public. That should never got out in public, because then that's how fights don't happen. Let me show you something real quick. This is from a manager. Let me show you. That motherfucker shouldn't have did that shit. Crawford probably would have took the 40 ball. They could have just handled business behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Could have handled business behind closed doors. And then we would have a real fight. But no, the numbers got out there and they tried to really belittle this dude. And Crawford ain't having that shit. He's stubborn as shit, and he ain't having it. He like, man, fuck that shit, bro. All this just because I want to fight? I thought that's what we was in this to do, fight. I mean, we got some really good fighters in this era, man, but they not really, they scared to make somebody needs to really make the move. I give Tyson Fury credit for making the move with Wilder. I got to give him credit. Y'all know I'm not fond of the guy, but I got to give him credit. Because not nobody was really trying to step in there with Wilder like that outside of Ortiz. But I'm trying to find it. Hold up. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna show you guys what this manager says, man. And this correlates to the shit with Spence and that bullshit. And Spence even shared a tweet from Leonard Ellerby saying business don't get handled on the internet and shit. Like, bro, it don't. And that's why the Crawford Spence fight fell apart. Let that be a lesson. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to see the best fights, let these dudes handle that business, man. Don't be talking about what this guy deserves, what that guy deserves, what he don't deserve, and all this other bullshit. They don't got nothing to do with us, man. That's fucking up the fights. You know, fighters are naturally sensitive guys. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, a lot of those dudes are pretty sensitive dudes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be wanting to hear that bullshit from fans and shit. Hold up. Let me get this, show you these guys this shit, man. This is some fact shit, though. And they ran from it earlier on Facebook. They run from facts. Hold up. And this is not even a boxing guy. Hold up. But this is super facts. Nah, not that. But yeah, y'all like that, though? Look at Floyd looking like Kimbo. Like baby Kimbo. And Floyd was wilding out, boy. He getting his WWE on. All right, here we go. Let me move this stuff out the way. Hold up. All right, he says, you don't talk business online. Dana White is undefeated in public feuds. John Jones is one of the greatest fighters we have ever seen. This guy deserves a lot more money. So sit down with Dana White, only you and him. Shut everyone else out and talk to him. You may agree or disagree, but at the end of the day, the business should be behind closed doors. Right? And this is just John Jones shit, but I'm relating this to the Spence Crawford situation. That shit should have been handled behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I seen that Errol Spence was training again. You know, he got a new tattoo on his back. He's back with Blu-ray. You know, everybody, they make a big deal out of this Blu-ray guy. Like, I mean, we're gonna see if it makes it. I don't see him really making a difference. I mean, Errol Spence is just not a great finisher. You know what I'm saying? That's almost like an art within itself after a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Stopping the guys, finishing these guys, knowing how to go for the kill at the right time. I think that's like an art within itself. And Spence, he's good at it, but he's not like great at it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't see what this Blu-ray hype is all about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess, man, he's a good coach, though. I mean, I see them doing them workouts. Them shits be looking vicious. But I think that's just maybe Spence cutting a lot of weight. You know, he's taking a lot out of himself to make that weight. You know, he probably be a little bit fresher, stronger at a higher weight class, but maybe he's too small for 154. So he's in a rock and a hard place. But yeah, that Crawford Spence shit should have been behind closed doors, people. It should have been behind closed doors. We still haven't got nothing on the Ugas Spence fight. Don't know what's happening with that. You figured that'd have been easy to make, but Ugas is likely playing hardball. It seems like the only fighter in boxing that can really do whatever he wants right now is Canelo Alvarez, man. Pandemic or not, and he can fight whoever, whenever, however. You know? And Floyd Mayweather knows this shit, and he hopped right on in with his WWE act. I say this about Floyd, man. I know people say it's a circus and a joke, but I mean, Floyd Mayweather still got enough juice just to come in and do what he just did. It was a gimmick. We found out in the end that it was a gimmick, but he was able to do that, and it's literally stole a lot of the shine from the Canelo fight. This is all everybody's talking about. It's the fucking Floyd Mayweather, Jake Paul situation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let Floyd get his WWE on. You know what I'm saying? People hating on Floyd Mayweather because they know he gonna make a lot of money doing this bullshit. They know he gonna make like a lot of money, and people hating on it. But if it was anybody else, oh man, it's gonna be great. Nah, man, let TBE get his WWE on. You know what I'm saying? He put in the work. Okay, just like if you work in a regular job. I like to use that analogy. It's just like if you work in a regular job or in a steel mill, you've been working there for years, you put in the work, you become a foreman. Then later on in life, you one of the dudes that's sitting back, chilling, doing nothing, getting paid 30, 40 some dollars an hour. While all the young guys doing it got to prove themselves. You prove yourself already. That's what Floyd Mayweather is in boxing. He proved himself already. He's been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let him have his little play fight. But back to this Billy Joe shit. I mean, the low ball, I mean, he believes he can win, I guess. It's going to be an interesting fight, man. I can't wait till it happens now. Can't wait till it happens. Canelo Alvarez was really on the edge. You know, he's calling the cops and shit. And, you know, they're getting mad because Billy Joe said that dude breath smell like shit. Billy Joe's an asshole, though. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't really like Billy Joe Saunders. I don't like the guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Billy Joe at all. You know what I'm saying? I really want Canelo to knock him out. But I do want to see how it'll play out. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like Billy Joe. He's just a asshole, bro. You let your kid hit dudes in the balls. You know what I'm saying? You say all kinds of crazy stuff. Like if Adrian Broner was to say this stuff, and Adrian AB, he does it in a jovial manner. You know what I'm saying? Like a comedic manner. Billy Joe is like almost like an asshole, but I just don't like the guy, okay? He can fight though. Okay, when he's on, he's on. You know what I'm saying? But he's just an asshole, man. And if Canelo knocks him out, good fucking riddance. You know what I'm saying? But then again, if he beats Canelo, it's like good riddance on Canelo fans because Canelo fans be getting on my nerves. No disrespect, but y'all be getting on my damn nerves, man. Y'all be the only ones disliking my videos. I can't even say nothing. I can't even be objective about Canelo without y'all hitting the dislike button. There's nothing to dislike on Bushido Boxing, baby. But yet y'all hitting it anyway because I'm not nut hugging Canelo. Canelo's a dope-ass fighter. One of my favorite fighters. He's on my intro for a reason. You know what I'm saying? He's on the intro for a reason. But I just don't like what comes with him, man. The politics. We're going to see how this fight plays out tomorrow. You know, because if we pay attention to the pattern, let's just pay attention to this. Let's just see what Billy Joe really gets. I don't like the pocket watch, but let's just pay attention to the patterns. Because he's paying guys that, if the Andre thing is true about him getting offered $2 million, you know what I'm saying? And whatever they offered Charlo, I can't remember what that was. But if it's these low numbers, then he's offering these tougher fighters lower numbers, it looks like. I'm not saying that's exactly what it is, but if that's the $3 million shit's true, the Andre shit true, and all that, then you offering Jacobs, you know, 10 million and Kovalev 15 and all this other shit, then like what's good, bro? You offering the guys that's falling down the hill the bag. But the guys that could possibly give you a challenge, I'll give them a little less, see if they'll take it. If not, then they pricing themselves out. It's all hypothetical, though, people. All hypothetical. Should be a fun fight, though. Canelo got a lot of built-up animosity. You know, he's calling the cops on his clone. I think he should have played with that. You know what I'm saying? He should have really played that up. Instead, he was a baby about it. So that lets me know that Billy Joe's in his head. You know what I'm saying? Billy Joe can get in my head, too. He'll piss me off, too. I ain't gonna lie. Him and Tyson Fury, they'll piss me off. You know, they'll piss me off. I could deal with some people. But Billy Joe, oh, my God, that guy. Tyson Fury, oh, my God. But we're going to see what happens, people. But Bud Crawford, what's next, Bud? We haven't heard anything in regards to who he is fighting next. We know it ain't Sean Porter. And if it ain't going to be Sean Porter, it likely won't be Keith Thurman either. You know what I'm saying? Because it's probably in a play by PBC to stall Crawford out until his contract is up. And when he fights in September, if he's still fighting in September, fans is going to criticize Crawford for him fighting the guy that's only guy that he could possibly fight. And it's not even really his fault. But it's going to be his fault. Why? Because he signed with Bob and Arum. Because he signed with Bob Arum. Bob Arum needs some fucking welterweights. Because let's be honest about Bob real quick. He'll put his fighters in there. You know what I'm saying? If he got some in-house fights, he'll make those fights. Lomachenko Tio, he made that fight. You know what I'm saying? Taylor Ramirez, he's making that fight. You know what I'm saying? He'll put his guys in there with guys. He really will. I'm surprised he sacrificed Lomachenko to Tio like that. You know? So, but we have yet to see a premier boxing champion. And when I say that, I mean the premier boxing champions, the welterweights, really make any type of moves other than, you know, like I would like to see them make an effort to fight Crawford. Make more of an effort. Don't just come out and say, fuck Bob Arum and all this. Nah, man, just make the fight, bro. If you want to make the fight, man. Go handle business. Don't be coming out. These dudes making it really difficult, man, because they see the game. And they playing it. But your boy Bushido ain't about to get played. If these motherfuckers want to fight Terence Crawford, they'll fight him. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? People line up to fight Canelo. Why? Because it's worth it. But if Billy Joe's getting $3 million, I don't know how worth it that really is. But they do say he's getting like a 40% pay-per-view cut or something like that. Don't quote me on it. That's just one of the guys in the comment section said. You know? So that's that'll be pretty big for Billy Joe. He'll get a lot in the back end. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what Canelo's back end. He's packing a fucking house with 70,000 unless Eddie Hearn bullshitting again. We know how Eddie Hearn like to do. He always packing houses and stuff and then say all tickets sold. I mean, we go see, man. Should be a fun fight. Both dudes made weight, no problems. Both dudes look good at the weigh-ins. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of animosity built up. I'm surprised Canelo's still standing. He's standing toe-to-toe, like eye length with Billy Joe. I figured Billy Joe would be a much taller guy, but maybe he ain't got no shoes on in this picture or something. But it should be a fun fight. Who you guys got winning, though? Let's see the comments, see what everybody's saying. Yeah, Damone Daniels, he said that a while back. He didn't want Pacquiao to get hurt. That was a while ago. But this time, you know, the money just didn't come through. You know what I'm saying? The money just didn't come through. Terence Crawford got some bad luck with getting fights, man. Hell of a fighter, too. This is Rob says, Mean Machine takes Porter to deep water. Hey, man, bro, we'll never see that fight either. We ain't gonna never see that type of fight, bro. There's a lot of fights in boxing we're not gonna see, people. I would like to see a lot of those guys Crawford fought fight some of the other guys, man. I would like to see everybody fight. Yeah, bro. He could have fought Mean Machine, but why fight a tough fight with Mean Machine when you could fight Formella and get the bag the same amount of money type shit? You know what I'm saying? That's how boxing works and shit. These dudes got to move calculated as fuck after a certain point. Oh, shit. Super chat. Salute to my man D. Luckett in the building. Always holding your boy down for the $3 super chat. He says, rooting for Saunders, but I doubt he wins. Bro, listen. Saunders can win a fight, but he might lose a decision, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? He could win the fight, but he could lose a decision. And I'll just leave it at that. I can leave it at that. We will see how much pull Canelo has with Matchroom. This is a Matchroom event. This ain't Golden Boy now. So you know, don't be surprised if Billy Joe get the fucking victory and Eddie Hearn, you know, ride off back to the UK with a unified British champion. You know what I'm saying? Canelo got to be real careful in this fight. Because even though it seemed like he has all the advantages, he got to be careful because he don't have Golden Boy by him. And that's why we go see what it's going to be really interesting tomorrow. And if it's a competitive fight, expect a draw. Expect the draw. Then they're going to have another fight. Nah, D-Lo 4-4. Mean Machine is definitely not a bum. I no. That dude is definitely not a bum. That annoys me when people say that. That guy's definitely not a bum. He said, hey, AJ Johnson, that comment singing out Bob as if he's the only one doing it. Yeah, PBC fight in the house too. But in boxing, in order for us to have some of the biggest, best fights, they go have to do business with each other. And then with certain fights, they ain't trying to do that shit, man. We see that. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button for your boy. Yeah, and TZ, I agree, bro. He says they have to form some type of union to make these fighters fight each other or some other type of obligation. I'm telling you, man. World Boxing Super Series, right? Do another one. Have the champion, the guy that wins, get like what, 20, 30 million or something crazy, right? And then we'll see what these dudes really want to do. Then we'll know who's really the fucking best. Have the top. We could do another Super Six or some shit. You know what I'm saying? See who want to really hop in and see who's really the best. You get paid a certain amount per fight, and whoever wins get the highest purse. The 20 million. They should do it like that, man. But see, it's too many sanction bodies and shit in the way. They did it for those other divisions, but the glamour divisions, like the middleweight, the welterweight, the heavyweight, man, we ain't gonna see no shit like that, man. Too much politics. Bend Over says Oscar claims Canelo made more with Golden Boy, but failed to land him any fights. Man, Canelo fought a lot of people under Golden Boy, bro. Like Canelo, for me, I see Canelo as a fighter that can fight anybody he wants. I just see him as a guy that can fight anybody he wants, bro. Beaver, Beevil, Beaterbev. You best believe those guys will hop up and fight him. They got a chance. You know what I'm saying? That's like fighting Conor McGregor. Everybody goes to hop in there and do that. That's the money fight. He's not even the best, but that's the money fight. David Isaiah says, why didn't Sean or Danny Garcia just give a simple answer why Sean didn't activate their mandatory position against Crawford? Man, they don't want to fight him, bro. They don't want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want to fight him. When Crawford pulled up on Danny at that Canelo fight, the last one, damn, that seemed like it was yesterday. That last one, he pulled up on him, he said, I want to kick your ass. They were just playing. But Danny, man, he ain't got that killer instinct, that hunger no more. You know what I'm saying? Danny don't really want to fight like that, And I think Jamal Charlo is the same way. Really good fighters too. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they get that killer edge no more. They lost that drive to really hurt somebody and all that shit. Crawford, he's just a Wolverine. He's gonna be ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? You lose that killer instinct, man. I think that's what happened to Danny. He's just on autopilot right now. And I think that's what happened to Big Charlo. He just don't want to really, he's like 30-something years old. He should be really fighting these big fights before next thing he know, he's 35. You know what I'm saying? He bullshitting. Yeah, man. I agree, David Isaiah. I mean, Wilder Fury did the 50-50. Wilder gave Fury 50-50. He didn't even have to. He didn't even have to, bro. But he did it anyway just to make the fight. He did it anyway just to make the fight. You know what I'm saying? But we got Mr. 80-20, Mr. whatever we give him and shit, playing around with one of the biggest fights to be made in boxing. Like, are you kidding me? Disappointed in Errol Spence, man. I don't even hate the guy, nothing like that, man. I'm just disappointed. Like, come on, bro. Like, what's good? You can't call yourself the boogeyman if Crawford's chasing you. This is Rob says Pacquiao Mayweather was the last fight Al and Bob did business together at 147. I'm bugging. Let me know. Let me think about it. Nah, wait. Yeah. You might be right. It's a power play. He want to keep all those things on his side. They want to really freeze Crawford out and really force him to really, you know what I'm saying? He's a tough night out, and he ain't necessarily part of the team. He's been on the other team, the opposing team, for years. You know what I'm saying? How they go welcome him with open arms. We see what a lot of those assholes be saying whenever Crawford's name got brought up. The guys that's over there on that side, they're not very fond of him. Yikes, bro! Damn, bend over. Now, come on, man. That's what Logan is making, though. I didn't really hear about what they're making or nothing. But if Logan's making a $10 million guarantee, that pay-per-view back ain't gonna be ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That back ain't gonna be ridiculous. I'm about to get famous on YouTube so I can fight Floyd. Nah, Floyd ain't gonna get he ain't gonna give me a shot, man. He ain't gonna get me a shot, man. I'll be too much. I'll surprise him and shit. That's crazy if Logan Paul's getting 10 million, bro. And Billy Joe's getting 3. Like, I mean, what's really good? And look, it is not like Texas is a state that's closed. Texas is open. Texas is open. That has to be fake news, bro. But I seen it for some legit guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay. The Zoe says free smoke ain't cheap. It'll cost you about 70-30 if you name Terence Crawford. I'm telling you, bro. That's what it is, dog. Like if your name Terence Crawford, oh yeah, that price got to be right. The price got to be right. And that's why Floyd Mayweather came out recently and said Bud's the best fighter in boxing. Because he knows. He knows. He's just not on 18. But Floyd and Bud seem to have a relationship. You know, Bud got Floyd on speed dial. Based off what we seen from that Rolly's video when he damn near had Rolly's pissing his pants. You know what I'm saying? These fighters know what's up. Rolly knows Terence Crawford ain't playing no games. He be talking that shit too. But Terence Crawford, he already knew what's up. David Isaiah said, do you think Sean lied when he said he was going to call Bud? I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really kind of just disappointed that fight at least didn't happen. You know, it was like if the Pacquiao shit fell through, we know Sean Porter is likely to happen, but it didn't happen. And my guy YSM told me it wasn't going to happen. Why? Because Al Heyman ain't going to let it happen. You know what I'm saying? He was right. According to Sean, anyway. Sean could be using Al as a scapegoat. Whatever. I don't know how much money Sean Porter wants to fight Bud. Like, how much money do you want to fight Crawford? If Billy Joe's willing to take 3 to fight the money man in boxing, one of the pound-for-pound kings, then what are you wanting to fight Terence Crawford, bro? What are you wanting to fight Terence Crawford if Billy Joe's willing to take 3 to fight Canelo? A much more known fighter. Let's be honest. Millions of followers and shit like that. Bud don't got that. But he definitely got the fighters, everything else. But what are you wanting to fight him from him, bro? Because remember early on, the narrative was Bob didn't want to pay Sean like 2 or something. I don't know where that shit came from, but that's what they were saying. So where the other shit come from? You know what I'm saying? Where the other shit come from? Yeah, and you know what? I agree, Damone Daniels. Sean will fight everybody. So I honestly believe that probably the powers that be that pulled his leash. Like, hey man, you're doing too much. Get your ass back in the house. Hold up, man. He says, David Isaiah says, probably Sean wants 500 billion guaranteed. Man, come on, man. Somebody got to step up, fight Bud. Bud may have to fight Virgil or somebody, man. Yeah, Bud needs some clout. Bud needs some type of clout. That's kind of hard to do today. Bud needs some type of clout. You know what I'm saying? He needs something that's go have him like a headline news type. You know what I'm saying? Usually when he fights it is, but we need to see some casual fans want to see more of you. They need to be able to develop somewhat of an attachment to where I really want to see this guy fight. I like this guy. But if they see you here and there, I'm like, yeah, he a bad motherfucker, man. Yeah, hell yeah. But that's about it. These fighters need to learn how to connect with the people. And at Bud's age, he might be a little too late. But then again, Chuck Liddell was like fucking 35, 36 before when he got his juice. You know what I'm saying? So only time will tell, Crawford. I mean, he's not into all that shit. They just some regular old Midwest guys that's goes, do what they got to do, put their work in the gym, and you know what I'm saying? They're not about to be out here hooping and hollering. But maybe that's what they need to do. You gotta give these assholes a reason to fight you. You know what I'm saying? They want $10 million. Keith Thurman wanted $10 million. So you mean tell me Billy Joe is going to take the 3-ball to fight the money man Canelo? He's willing to take a 3-ball. But you want 10 to fight Crawford in a pandemic? Canelo Alvarez is packing a house with 70,000 people in Dallas, Texas. Or Texas, wherever he's fighting at. Mini Mexico. Right? And you mean tell me you want $10 million? You price yourself out, bro. Because if this shit is true with Billy Joe, these numbers, then he just showed a lot of these guys up. Salute to my man, New Media Today, USA Boxing. Y'all go subscribe to his channel. He says, man, Bushido, that's a damn good question, fam. How much money do these PBC fighters want? Bro, I don't know how much they want. You know what I'm saying? How much do they really want? What do Spence really want to fight Crawford? I mean, is it just the challenge? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we seen what he hit Kell Brook with. I mean, what was that? These guys don't want to deal with shit like that. Like, man, this dude just got some awkward shit, and he's like really smart in the ring, and he's tough. Like, this is too much. They don't want to deal with it, man. They too comfortable over there, man. They too comfortable over there. Charlo, look at him just be relaxed and talking about I'm chilling like Sugar Ray Robinson and all this shit. Man, no, man. We need to see you in some big fights, bro. And I think Jamal Charlo is a great fighter, man. He got, man, that shit with J-Rock was beautiful, bro. Well, like, come on. But he don't got that killer, he ain't got that passion, man. He ain't got that killer edge. He got the bag now. Hey, this is Rob. I would like to see him in there with one of those guys. I think it makes sense. I think they'll be willing to fight him too. You know what I'm saying? It won't be no A side, B side. I gotta call Al. It won't be none of that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bring on Taylor Ramirez, Virgil, or somebody else, even Boots. Go ahead, beat Boots now before he gets too good. Catch him now. Yeah, I already know, man. I already know. I talked to Steven Nelson, man. That's what happened, bro. I asked him. Not only did I catch the interview, but I actually asked him. Yeah, man. Jamal went Hollywood, bro. Jamel is the big Trello now. The little Trello, he's the big Trello now. He said Boost PBC though, so we know. Yeah, but Boost probably got Spence next though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Boost probably got Spence next. He's the IBF. He should be the IBF number 3 now. And Spence hasn't fought a mandatory for IBF in since 2018. So they're gonna be on his heels soon. But I don't think nobody like AJ Johnson. I don't think none of those guys really want to fight Boost, bro. I don't think none of them do, honestly. I don't even think Bud wants to deal with Boots, honestly. And you know, Bud's Kumite. And I don't think he really want to deal with Boots unless he have to. But why should Bud have to deal with Boots? Bud wants the big fights. You know what I'm saying? Bud wants the big fights. Boots not even ranked really that high in the WBO. That's Virgil Ortiz's opportunity is to fight Crawford. Boots, Spence got to deal with Boots. That's why they should just fucking fight each other. I don't think Virgil Ortiz has nothing for Terence Crawford, but Boots Ennis, that may be something else. That's why Crawford, if you thinking about fighting somebody, you want to fight him now before he gets too good. He's still a kid. Fight him now. Because once he gets older, he's going to get better and better and better. The sky seems like it's the limit for Jerron Ennis. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. He's just ridiculously talented. So if Spence or Crawford, they need to hop on Boots Ennis now. Don't waste no more fucking time. Hop on him now. Because then he's going to be on your heels and you look up, you 35, 36, you might have slowed down a little bit. You busting a lot more nuts. All this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He on your heels. He's 24, 25, 26. Not even really 30 years old when he's in his prime yet. When his mind and his body are all together in one. He ain't even there yet. You better hop on him now. That's for Spence, man. You know, Boots on his heels. He gonna have to fucking he gonna hop on. Salute to my man New Media Today, USA Box for the $5 super chat. He said, everybody please support Bushido. Bushido cares more about the sport, more so than particular narrative. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's it, bro. I care about the best for the sport. I don't care about these narratives and all this bullshit. I want to see the best fighters. I want to know who the best fighter is. We know who got the most money and all this other shit. I want to know who is the best fighter. It's just that simple because everything else gets complicated. Worried about who he beat, his resume, all this other shit. Who cares who he fought before that? Who cares? He may show up a straw for this fight. He may got what it takes to beat you. You know what I'm saying? But you got a lot of fans like to ride with the bullshit, man. Pushing narratives and agendas. When at the end of the day, we need to be seeing these best fights because we got Logan Paul and Jake Paul taking over boxing, people. We got these guys taking over boxing. Crawford and Spence need to settle their fucking dispute, man. They need to get over that shit to make this fucking fight, dude. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Canelo Saunders is a good fight, man. Salute to those guys. That's a good fight. But we need to see these welterweights really mix it up. Keith Thurman stopped coming out. I mean, it was funny. I ain't gonna lie. You know, fuck Bob Arum and all that. It was funny, but you essentially just like, you know, for me, that's not how you handle business if you want to do business and make a fight. You know you got to deal with Bob Arum. He's like 1,000 years old. Like, okay, like, so, like people, for me with Bob, I know everything about Bob. He's like he's Bob. You know what I'm saying? He's been around for like 1,000,000 years. And he's probably ain't going nowhere. So we just got to deal with him. He's an old man. He's going to do old man things. He's stuck in his ways. It's Bob Arum. He's still been a part of some of the biggest fights in boxing. You know what I'm saying? He do need to quit being cheap. Drop the bag on these guys. Take a risk. Take more of a money risk. You know what I'm saying? Put more money behind Bud. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, Damone Daniels, man, that's my thing with Spence, bro. Spence could fight. Like, he's damn near, he would be Kumite, but I don't like the way he went Hollywood, bro. You know what I'm saying? He would be Kumite, but I think he went Hollywood, dog. So I can't put him in the Kumite category, man. I can't do it. Hey, that's funny, Mr. T. Bob been around that damn long, man. You know what I'm saying? And yes, bend over. YouTubers is starting to run over the business, bro. And this is a problem. This is a problem, man. They starting to run the business, man. Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather been retired. And Jake Paul is headline news, bro. None of this stuff we be talking about, man, the world don't care. Nobody talks about this shit like that. But Floyd Mayweather, Jake Paul, you got everybody talking about it. And that's why these fighters need to fight. That's why the best need to fight the best. Even your casual box fan know the best ain't fighting the best. You know what I'm saying? They need to get together, put their fucking egos aside, and make that fucking fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you're right, Damone Daniels. Facts, bro. He says Floyd and Tyson are the biggest headline. Bro, come on. 2 retired fighters. But guess what? They did their thing in a day. Mike Tyson, yeah, he didn't win all his fights, but he was loved. He fought everybody. Who he dug? Who did Mike Tyson really dug? You know what I'm saying? I can't think of nobody Mike Tyson dug. He might have stalled Lennox out for some years, but that was to his, disadvantage. Lennox was somewhat of a late bloomer. You know what I'm saying? So, and Floyd Mayweather, he did his thing. He did his thing. Whether you love him or hate him, he did his fucking thing. But what these dudes doing? You know what I'm saying? It seems like Crawford wants to be part of that greatness, wants to make the fights. He may not have the personality that one may see, but did Marvin Hagler? Nah, he was pushed as that badass, but he also had opportunities to be in these big fights. These guys was willing to fight him. These smaller guys was willing to fight him. The Ray Leonards, these are all smaller guys. Naturally. Salute to Mark Chilambo's in the building. What's going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? And Damone Daniels, we got retired fighters outshining. Roy Jones and Mike Tyson was a big fight. It did good. Why? Because they did their thing. People know who they are. They left a legacy. These fighters ain't leaving a big legacy to where 20 years from now they could be playing around in expedition fights and shit. And I know I said that fucked up, but yes. He is a true free smoke fighter. Yes, he's a Kumite too. Deontay Wilder's Kumite. I'll put him in a Kumite. He don't need no tricks, no advantages. He's just going to be his self-belief. Yeah, Bud got a belt, man, but they still don't want to fight him. What do Sean got to offer? What do he really want? Like, what's the hold up? See, really what it is a play by Al Heyman to stall Terence Crawford out. Force him to come over there to PBC to beg to get the big fights. Yeah, even though you're the number 1 guy, the number 2 guy, pound for pound, et cetera, you got we got what you need over here. You know what I'm saying? Bud got like a $4 million something guarantee now with Top Rank, so they will have to match that and probably more. He's gonna be pretty expensive for them. You know what I'm saying? How they go welcome Bud with open arms? They should. You know what I'm saying? It'll be strange if Bud just goes over there with PBC and then they knock him off the pound for pound list and shit. That'd be crazy. What? Mark Chilambo says, I was told by a PBC affiliate that Al Heyman doesn't want to sign Crawford. That may be the reason they freeze him out. Man, I'm telling you, bro, that's what it looks like, bro. It seems like they seem like they're not really fond of Terence. That's what it seems like. Like when you hear Tim Smith speak, they don't say stuff like, they just seem like they didn't like him. Lou DiBella, they don't, back when he was over there with them, it seemed like it seemed like they don't like him. Maybe it's some shit we don't know about that, But yeah, Daryl Williams, I agree. Taylor, he said Taylor, like Taylor, he know Taylor's gonna win. Hey, I think Taylor might win that. But then again, we never know, man. Jose Ramirez ain't no slouch, and he's trained by one of the best trainers in boxing, in my opinion, Robert Garcia. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be an interesting fight, man. I think after that they should fight Crawford. Those are guys we should be really talking about too, man. Taylor and Ramirez, man. Those are real fighters and shit. This is Rob says they gave Pacquiao, Thurman, and Broner, so I can see him getting those fights even. Well, even though Pacquiao went over there with hopes to get made. Yeah, they had him. Yeah, Pacquiao the real reason why Pacquiao was over there was the hopes of getting the Floyd fight, man. We all know that, but it didn't happen. Damn, hold up. Mark Chilambo says they wouldn't tell me why they don't want to sign Crawford. I wonder why, bro. So basically, he's just gonna be frozen out, and then it's gonna be this narrative that Terence Crawford didn't want to fight nobody, and he signed Bob Arum. Maybe he had no choice. Ben Dover says Crawford versus Taylor or Crawford versus Jamel. Ooh, I say both. Get Taylor, do Taylor first. You know what I'm saying? And then do Jamel. Go fight the two undisputed guys. Let's just say hypothetically, that's a good one, Ben Dover. Let's just say hypothetically, Taylor beats Ramirez, undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Jamel beats Castano, tough fight, undisputed. Crawford could challenge both of them. And then when he had to worry about Spence and all these other guys, they'll have to look at him then. But Jamel Charlo be a tough night out for Bud. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Bud could possibly beat him if he comes on his A game and don't get too macho. Don't be on no bulldog. You know, don't show these guys that you could bulldog and just box. Don't play around with no damn Charlo. You know what I'm saying? He's always in shape. He's always in the gym. He don't play no games. He's a little erratic and crazy, but them Charlos, they stay in some fucking good ass shape. So you can't play with Charlo. He could get Taylor. Taylor's a really good fighter too. Probably one of the best guys out of the UK. But I think Bush hop on that first. Then Jamel. That's a good play though. He says Top Rank most likely will have to sign him again. Damn. Unless he do free agency, but who does really Eddie Hearn have? And he's not gonna go with Golden Boy. I mean, that'll be just terrible. Let me think about that real quick, Damon Daniels. I don't think so. I think if it was anybody, it'd be Hank Armstrong. Henry Armstrong. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Bud, that's a tough fight for Bud. Jamel Charlo is a tough fight for Bud. He's a really he's a disciplined dude and shit. New Media Box Day said Terence Crawford is my favorite fighter, but I think Jamel is too much for him. The guy's a beast. Yeah, he is, man. Jamel Charlo be pissing me off and shit, but the dude is a real fighter, man. So I gotta respect him. You know what I'm saying? He's in a tough 154-pound division, and he ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? He fought almost everybody he needed to fight. So I ain't really got nothing bad to say about Jamel other than some of the weird shit he be coming out saying sometimes. And he seemed like he still don't want to fight Android, but other than that, Jamel Charlo, yeah, he about the shits. He is definitely about the shits. But I mean, yeah, man, what do these guys really want to fight Bud, man? It's just fucking, it's blasphemous. You know what I'm saying? It's blasphemy. You know what I'm saying? This Canelo fight is a big deal. Canelo's a big time fighter, and this is what Billy Joe allegedly is being offered. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. Like what's good with the with the Crawford Porter did. So if Al Heyman really don't want to sign him, if he's freezing him out, then this need to be like put out there then. Because people go really start attacking Crawford based off his next moves this upcoming October. And if that's really the play, then they need to let that be known. Like, hey, we didn't really want to sign this guy. But it seemed like Floyd wants him to come over though, man. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like he has a relationship with Floyd. He called up Floyd quick. Floyd answered quick. Get them people off that camera behind you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe Floyd feels different because he's a fighter, but the business guys don't want to deal with him. I don't know. It's some bullshit though. It's some bullshit. I wonder what happened. What made Crawford like? Did PBC even send him an offer before he signed Bob again? Like, was it that? You know what I'm saying? We don't really know. You know what I'm saying? It's really not our business. But I think it'll be some kind of like clarity, like as to like Did they even send him a? Did they even offer him more, or did Top Rank offer him more, or like what happened? He got that ESPN guaranteed shit probably. And shit, Keith Thurman still ain't fighting Errol Spence, so those fights ain't guaranteed over there either, man. What happened to Gary Antoine Russell? Why we haven't seen him? He supposed to be right there with Jerron Ennis and them, right? No, he 154 now. But still, we supposed to be seeing about him. What happened to him? What happened to Gary? Why we don't see enough of Gary? You know what I'm saying? How come Gary can't fight Tank? You know what I'm saying? Like the shit over there don't be happening either, man. Them dudes, when they don't want to fight, they don't want to fight. When it's not time to make the fight, they won't make the fight. No matter what we say. I think Top Rank will make a fight in-house before PBC would in-house. We see that by putting fucking Lomachenko and Tio in there together. You know what I'm saying? Two of his, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a risky move, but he did it. Like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Tio was a kid with only less than 20 fights, and he did that shit. So they make some fucking in-house over there on Top Rank, but PBC, they still don't make all the in-houses. Keith Thurman stalling out Spence for years and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we rest assured, Jerron Ennis likely won't be getting a shot unless IBF makes him. And it could be a play to where IBF or Spence gets to choose and he picks the Akaridiov guy. You know what I'm saying? And then Boots go out to wait another 2 years. Then he may end up, moving up in the WBO or something. I don't see them putting Boots and Spence in there together at all. I just don't see that happening. Yeah, man. This Billy Joe shit. I don't know who I got really winning. I think the fight might be controversial. I think it'll be some type of draw. Like it's gonna be something fucking crazy though. I don't see it being a straight up clean boxing fight. I think it's gonna be a lot of emotion. I think it's gonna be Billy Joe trying to razzle and dazzle. He gonna probably give Canelo a tough fight. He's a southpaw. He moves around a lot. And the last time we seen Canelo fight a guy like that was Edison Lara, and that was some years ago. So yeah, that should be a pretty interesting fight, man. The undercard is absolute trash. I probably won't even watch none of that. But the main event, I'm gonna be checking that out, man. But yeah, man, thanks you guys for stopping in. Hit that like button for your boy on the way out, and peace out, everybody.